Chatterjee, 17 BME 1006, and today I'm going to explain about my contribution to this particular project. And I contributed in the mechanical aspect as well as a part of the code. So what I did in the mechanical aspect was that I attached two servo brackets parallelly, but there was a problem in the assembly as per the SolidWorks file that I received. So it was obstructing the path for a full 180-degree rotation. So later on it was fixed, and about the code that I helped was in the void loop part, where as there are three servo motors present in here, I created three loops for each rotation of the servo motor. And over here, um, from here to here, this is for the first servo motor. Here the angles are defined from 0 to 180-degree rotation, and servo.test.right is for the position of the motor, and the delay 15 milliseconds is for each position, each 1 degree position. There has to be a delay of 15 milliseconds, and after it reaches half of its rotation position, there's a delay of 1000 milliseconds. This part is for it to come back to its original position, where there should again be a delay of 5 milliseconds at each 1 degree angle. This particular loop is repeated twice more for the rest of the two servo motors. And yes, that was all, like, how I contributed in my project.
I'm Disha Dev, 17 BME 1002, and I'm going to talk about my contribution to the project. So I helped part of the coding over here. So the first line is include server.h. So server.h is a package. So basically we are calling all the predefined functions for the servo motors into the program. Then comes the object initialization. Since there are three servo motors, I initialize three objects as servo test 1, servo test 2, and servo test 3. And then the home position of all the servo motors is 90 degrees. So I initialize an angle as 90. And then comes the void setup part. So void setup part is the part where we tell the Arduino at which pin the output of the servo motor is attached to. So in this connection, the pins have been attached to digital pin 9, 10, and 11. Digital pin 9, 10, and 11, and so here I have written as attach 9, 10, 11, and then comes the void loop part, which has been explained by Devdatta. And then I also help with the wiring connection. So basically every motor, each motor has three wires. One is for the supply, the grounding, and the output. So all the supply wires from each servo motors have been connected in series on the breadboard, and as well in series with the positive supply from the power source, and all the brown wires which are for grounding are connected again series, and as well, and with the negative of the power source, and all the output wires, that is the red one, are connected on the Arduino board, and the pins 9, 10, and 11. So thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mukunda. I registered in 17 BB 1010. Now I am going to explain about the contribution to my project, like individual contribution. So basically, as Disha did the programming, there is a lot of errors in programming, like logical errors, and the pins were not actually set up, and the pins were not initialized correctly. So I fixed that. And the next thing goes the robot actuation for the servo motor. The servo motors has to be must be kept in neutral position. So to keep that all the servo motors in neutral position, we programmed a specific code, and we uploaded into the servo, and it got neutral, into neutral position. And after getting neutral position, we fixed it in the bracket of the board. And the next thing is, as there was a lot of confusion in the ping server, we had to reprogram the code, and we had to change the connections here. so that each and every servo motor works indigenously without any disturbance.
Good morning everyone, this is Prem Balaji, 17BB1020, and I'm here to explain about my contribution to this project. My contribution was about the mechanical aspect. Shivansh Avasti and Keval Getia in our team actually helped me to start up with these ideas. Actually, we got a SolidWorks file from the senior Fazil Bro who helped us with the assembly. So, seeing that assembly, what we got was there was this large U brackets which was fixed directly with the small U brackets. The small U brackets were intact with the servo motor 1, and the servo motor 1 was connected at a certain angle with the long U brackets, and which was in turn connected with the servo motor 2, and this servo motor 2 acts as a neck to the robo, which is in turn connected to servo motor 3 in an oblique bracket. And here is the webcam fix. The webcam fix can be used for various purposes. The SolidWorks we got had a certain other methods which we were not able to proceed with. That's the reason I had to change a bit in the connection of the servo motor 2 with the structure. Hence there was a lot of confusion here and we rectified it. Now the robo is perfectly working. Thank you.